Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I want to talk to you about, again, residual values that are affecting EVs. This report that's come out says that 3-year-old EVs are 8.5% cheaper than the equivalent petrol. And when you think that they cost, I don't know, 10 to 15,000 pounds more than the equivalent petrol, then it just doesn't make financial sense. It's just ludicrous. So we've got a headline here: electric discounts make new cars cheaper than nearly new. And it's our friends from Auto Trader. Again, Auto Trader look like they're spinning this as a win for EVs, but we all know it's not a win for EVs. It's a massive loss for the motor trade, for anybody who's bought one, and for the manufacturers, just the whole business. And not forgetting, it's a massive downer for ICE cars too, because if you can get, I've just worked out, I've just had a customer in who wants to sell a CX-30, and I looked at the price of the CX-30, and then I looked at the price of the MX-30s, and there's MX-30s here that have been registered from brand new. There's one here, let's see, where is it, £11,000 off. It's done 100 miles, there's £11,000 off. It's a 2023 on the 73, and it was registered on the 22nd of the 12th, 2023. So why would you buy a petrol or a plug-in hybrid, which I think that one was? Why would you buy that when you can actually get a 100-mile car? This other one had done 12,000 miles. There's a 100-mile car cheaper than suggested retail price for a PHEV. Doesn't make sense. Manufacturers are raising discount levels to fleets to encourage uptake of electric vehicles after a strong push in September saw full electric take its largest ever share of registrations at 20.5. So what they're saying there is they bought registrations. They bought registrations by discounting vehicles at the expense of, they would probably have bought ICE cars where the dealer and the manufacturer would have made money, but no. They prefer to blow money and sell them an EV. Again, doesn't make financial sense to me, but with year-to-date electric sales close to 18%, the ZEV mandate target of 22% is looming into view. However, the proportions across individual manufacturers may vary significantly. Speaking to Fleet News on the third quarterly market insight, Auto Trader Head of Strategy and Insights Mark Palmer said, "There are some slight upticks in demand over the last month or so that's been driven largely by manufacturer discounting behaviour. They've really weighed in with some big discounts this year." That is not a good thing. How anybody can think that is a good thing, I just don't know. It's not a good thing. The only thing that, well, it's not a good thing. They are also using more push activity that we've not seen in the car market probably since pre-pandemic. Pre-registration is putting more nearly new cars into the market, and you've now got an issue where retailers have got nearly new stock, which they took on pre-registration, which is a bit more expensive than the new cars that they're being asked to sell. So what does that do? You're not going to sell a 12-month-old vehicle for the same price or more than you can sell a brand new one. It's ridiculous. This takes me back to a story years ago. We were selling Opels, and they brought out a special model. It's called a Christmas special, and they were all red with kind of reddy interior. Opels were great cars. You didn't have any problems with them. You could largely sell as many as you could get. So there was no discounts. Everybody was happy. Dealers were happy. Customers were happy because when they came back, we give them a good price. No problems at all. However, this Christmas special, it soon became dated because it was a Christmas special. And I think we got to, it was probably July with August looming. August was the new registration, August the 1st. That's the day when we'd been selling cars for 2 months and they were going to pick them up on August the 1st. So in July, in order to get the registrations up, because nobody used to register cars in July, and they have a chance to increase the penetration, like here in December, when EVs went up to 30%. They didn't. It just, the market was shit. You register a few more cars and it looks like you've got 30% of the market when you've sold 10 cars. Forget about those percentages. Unless they report in numbers, it's bullshit. Forget about it. So anyway, this is a story about the manufacturers and what they do to you and how they shaft you, how they've shafted people with EVs. They never change, absolutely never change. So we've got all these Christmas specials lying around. Oz only comes on to us, and I think it was £700, a £700 registration bonus. But on the QT, and this is Oz only. On the QT, it's only going to last until July the 31st. £700 in those days was a lot of money. I mean, it's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money, but in car terms of £11,000 discount, £700, not a lot. So I think from memory, we registered about half a dozen vehicles. Small family firm, half a dozen vehicles. So they're going to be, on August the 1st, they're going to be the old registration, going to be last year's registration. It's different December, because December, the New Year's EV cars that I call the New Year's Eves, they, a few hours later, are technically a year old. July's bad enough because then it was more keep up with the Joneses or be ahead of the Joneses with a new registration number. So we've got 6 Opel, I think there's Opel Ascona, Opel Record, of these Christmas specials. But we were getting £700 registration bonus. We left it till probably July the 31st. July the 31st, Muggins here had to go to the tax office with all the V55s. You couldn't register online. The tax office was next to the prison in Preston. On July the 31st, you had to go 9 o'clock in the morning and start queuing. Now, sometimes by 4:30, the queue was right the way. First of all, it'd go inside, right the way around like a snake, and then you'd be queued right outside to the car park. I kid you not, I've spent hours and hours there. In my life, if I got all those hours back, I'd live till I was 150. Not going to happen. Not sure I want to live till I'm 150 now, in all honesty. But, so August the 31st, goes and taxes these cars. We'd also got a call off the Zoni. Just ringing to tell you, the £700 registration bonus is definitely finishing. So, you know, if you've got anything that you can register it, please do. The registration bonus of £700 finished. August the 1st, we get a letter to say that they're increasing the registration bonus from £700 to £1,000. Fuck you very much. They cost us £300 a car, but they've got more registrations, and that's what they're doing now. Anybody who is in a dealership who thinks the manufacturers are your friend, you are completely mistaken. They will shaft you. They don't care. Absolutely don't care whatsoever. So, with that in mind, electric discounts make new cars cheaper than nearly new. What has the motor trade come to? What's that going to do to dealers' profits, discount, car prices, depreciation? We've got a picture here of Auto Trader Mark Palmer smiling away. That's probably the worst news that he could be delivering. Used EVs, pre-registered EVs, are dearer than new ones. Please, Auto Trader, if you're going to give us headlines like that, at least get somebody who's not smiling. It's not funny. The motor trade is heading for Armageddon. I've been saying it for 2 years, and I'm saying it again now. Stories like this, they just prove me right. Here we go. 2 stories have come about in the used EV market, Palmer said. First of all, electric cars that are 3 to 4 years old or older have reached price parity with ICE equivalents. They've not, they're below. So, a lot more new, less second-hand. That's because everybody wants them. Everybody wants EVs. That's driving the price down. That's strange. Over the last year, so there's been a big depreciation or big value drop. As we've seen over the past couple of years, these EVs are now selling quickly. They're selling quickly, and then the people who have bought them are selling them again quickly. I've never seen that in my life, in my lifetime. As we've seen over the past couple of years, these EVs are now selling quickly. That's never happened before. They're selling quickly, and then the people who've bought them, they're selling them quickly too. So 3 to 5 year old EVs are changing hands 2 and 3 times in a year. Now, I don't understand that. I have a theory, but I don't understand it. Of course, we've got to that position of price parity because of the drop in prices from new to 3. And that's really where the pinch point has been coming, because there's been more supply coming into that part of the market. The imbalance between supply and demand has been exacerbated by those intense levels of discounting on new cars, Palmer added. For the consumer, the new car is actually cheaper than that nearly new car, and that's putting more pressure on the prices and values of those nearly new cars, which then has a ripple effect through that cohort, he said. Despite the discounts and low prices, the median cost of an electric vehicle remains high, as many are in the premium SUV segments. Although this will change next year as more lower cost models come to the market. Rachel Jones, Auto Trader Director of Automotive Finance, said the figures on the website revealed a median price of $51,000 for an electric car, around 31% more expensive than an equivalent petrol or diesel car. There's still a low choice of affordable EV, she added. There are only 16 vehicles under £30,000 to choose from, with thousands of pounds off. These delivery mileage ones, 2024, 74 registered at 20 grand. You know, there's thousands and thousands, there's a third off them. Why don't you look on Auto Trader? Here's an idea, Rachel. Look on Auto Trader. Only 16 vehicles under 30,000 to choose from. However, she pointed to a glimmer of hope in the new battery electric vehicle market. We have seen demand rising in the new car market, especially in September, and we feel that is sustainable growth. We're investing heavily in the new car space in terms of advertising to generate interest and engagement in new cars, as are many brands as well. There are some great offers to be had to maintain that demand in the new car market. All the headlines about the increase in EVs is due to massive discounting. That massive discounting has a knock-on effect to depreciation. It has a knock-on effect to ICE cars. It's devalued ICE cars. It has a knock-on effect to all the car dealers. All the car dealers are reporting turnover up, profits down. How does that happen? How does turnover go up and a local garage, a 2 million profit last year to a 900,000 loss this year, having sold more vehicles? How does that happen? You're losing money on the vehicles you sell. It's distress selling. It's EVs. Make as many excuses as you want. It's EVs. I hope that clarifies things. I'm sitting here and I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. It's the perfect storm, and it's going to kill a lot of the players in the motor trade. It's going to destroy car values. People are going to be buying cars that are going to go wrong more and cost more to service, cost more to fill up if you have to fast charge, depreciate faster. The only benefit is that you can charge from home, and they're cheap to charge from home at this moment in time. When everybody's got electric vehicles, you will see that electric prices will go up. They'll have to replace the 53 pence per litre fuel tax with something, and it'll go on. Perhaps there won't be a road tax in future. Perhaps it'll just be how many miles you do, but it will go up. Turkeys voting for Christmas. That's the EV shills. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.